What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we do get started, I just want to say this is a video that I have been needing to do, and it's going to explain a lot in it, so please watch to the end. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and let's get into it. So I know I have been lacking for a couple of months now, and here is the reason why. I'm just going to lay it all on the table. I have been going through things with Mia for the last couple of months. Things have not been so great in our household. Well, actually, I take that back. We have been very grateful, but things with her condition have not been so great. First and foremost, I just want to start off by apologizing. Not apologizing, I take that back. I don't apologize. In the last video, the very first video I made, it was very raw, very emotional. It was a little bit hard for me to actually explain and get what I wanted to get out without being emotional like that. And on top of the type of personality I have, it kind of was intense. I did go back and watch it, and I just feel like I needed some time to get myself into the position that I really need to be in, because watching the video, I just felt like I was very negative. And I don't want to come off as a negative type of person. I don't have the right situation to be negative, because me, and what I mean by the right situation is what my life is about with Mia is already hard enough on me. So, and her, and me, and Nelly too as well. So I don't want to make it any worse by being any more negative. So that's what I mean by I'm not in the right situation to be negative all the time. So I did want to come on here and explain what has been going on, and just a couple of things that I wanted to get off my chest. First and foremost, let me update y'all how she's been. She has not been very well. She is losing a lot of weight to where her bones are showing. I had asked the doctor, what can I do? For those who have been following me, you know that Mia cannot chew. So it's not like she can just, eat everything that we eat, but I do feed her. I feed her, mashed potatoes, meatloaf, things like that. I explained in the last video. Y'all can go watch that. So I feed her what I can. I asked her what could I do, to give her the nutrition that I feel like she's not getting, and she just recommended Pediasure. So I've been giving her a meal, Pediasure, a meal, Pediasure, a meal, Pediasure, snack in between those 3 meals. So I'm trying to get her weight back up. Mia is a very tall girl, and I'm used to seeing her with weight on her. I actually just cashed out on a lot of winter clothes, and when I put them on her, because she was used to being in a size 6, and I put them on her, and she cannot fit those no longer. So there's a lot of clothes that just don't fit her, and I threw away the tags and stuff like that. So probably gonna have to buy some more. But yeah, it kind of bothers me how skinny she is. I can literally hold her, her wrist and her ankles and legs, and have more than enough room to do my fingers like this. She's also losing her balance. If you have been following my story again, that you would know that she didn't start holding her bottle until she was 2 to 3 years old. So I was feeding her to having to hold it. Sometimes I prop it up, because 2 to 3 years old, that's a long time to be holding a bottle. And I was 17, 18, 19, those 3 years too as well. So now that she's 6 years old and she is kind of backtracking her tracks, it's a little hard for me to watch, as her seizures increase the more older she gets. The biggest problem that we do have right now, besides those are big problems as well, but besides that is her medicines for her seizures are no longer working, which is why we're having the problems that we're having. I don't know if her body is immune to them, if they're just not working, or what. And the only thing that doctors do, I'm in Texas, so the only thing that on our end that they do is basically increase the drugs that she's already on. We have already experimented with so many harsh drugs. when she was born, she came straight out of me the first day, not even the next day, but the first day, the first night. She was having her seizures, not even a full day, a couple of hours into birth. Excuse those sirens, I do stay in the ghetto still. She was seizing, and from the first day she was on phenobarbital and Keppra. She's still on Keppra to this day. She's been on it for her 6 years of life, and I don't know how longer. Right now she's currently on Keppra, Onfi, CBD oil, I forgot what it's called. It's her rescue medicine. And she also takes clonidine to go to sleep because she does not sleep. Now that they have upped her medicine on her Onfi, which I've read the warning things in there, and it says like, you know, this is a really tough opioid, and if you know what opioids are, then you understand what I'm trying to get to, is that it's a very harsh drug, and that anytime it kind of stops working, they kind of just up it and up it. So she went from a 4 to a 5 to a 6 within 3 weeks. And then I'm giving her rescue medicine as if it was her regular medicine, because she's having so many seizures that, I mean, I have no choice, you know, but to give her that medicine. And it don't even work. Like, they don't even work. So I'm just at the point, it's just like something has to give. I need to find a solution of, you know, I need to do something, and I don't know what to do except for try to find a doctor in Texas that can, you know, prescribe me THC in her medicines that are supposed to control them. She has 6 every hour, so 6 times 24, you do the math. So I'm just kind of at a point where, you know, someone did recommend that I do go to a doctor in Austin, that she is one of the only doctors, I forget her name, but I have it in my inbox, that she is one of the only doctors who does prescribe you THC. That's probably one of the only dispensaries in Texas that prescribes THC for medical reasons such as epilepsy. So I do look forward to looking into that. I'm terrified to ask her doctor that she's currently at, which, don't get me wrong, her doctor is really cool. I love her doctor, you know, she's always been positive about a lot of things, but she's on CBD, which don't work. It just don't work for her. It may work for other kids, but for my baby, it does not work. I mean, I don't know, maybe her epilepsy is more intense or what, but it don't work for her epilepsy. And it was hard enough getting her on that. She didn't feel like she needed it. And then once we were kind of at the end of our rope, that's when she was like, okay, well, yeah, she would be a good candidate. And not only that, you also got to think, like, not everyone has the same type of seizures. Mia has had like 4 different types of seizures throughout her whole entire life. She kind of goes through different phases. She's had infantile spasms. Right now she's having, I think she said atonic, something like that. Something tonic seizures. And it's just like the more that she gets older, the more they're coming and the more intense they are. And it's hard as a mother, a parent, to just watch your child go through that. And it does mess with me, but I know it's a part of our life. I know that we're gonna get through it, and I just have to be here for her while we're going through it. Another thing that I do wanna also point out is that, like I said a while ago, I watched my old videos, and I'm not gonna say I was negative, but I do feel like the energy that I put off wasn't right. But like I said, I don't apologize, because my lifestyle, I get overwhelmed at times. So there are those periods in the year or in the month or in the week that I have a breakdown. But I had to really sit back and really tell myself, like, okay, look, and this is talking to people who have multiple kids, to single mothers, not just, but especially to my special needs mothers, because I know I'm not the only one out there. I've heard plenty of stories. So if you're watching this is to you too. You're already in a tough position. You already play a superhero role, and we're not superheroes. We don't have superpowers, but we already are playing that role. That's a role that we play in our kids' life, especially if you're a single mother or you're a parent to a special needs child. a single one at that too. Why make the situation worse dwelling on it or being negative about it or pitying yourself about it? It's a sad situation. It is. It's a hard situation. It's a horrible situation. But I had to really look myself in the mirror, because there's days where I was just depressed and sad, and to the point where like I didn't want to hear nothing. Like I was getting, my grandma, she was like, you need counseling, you need to talk to somebody, you need, and on top of, my grandma knows me more than anybody, but on top of us dealing with our kids and things that we go through as a single parent or a parent to our kids, some of us have layers on us from our own past and our own childhood, and I was 17 when I had Mia, so I was not even coming, like I wasn't out of my childhood. I was basically still a child, a baby having a baby, just put it that way. So I added on to the scars and the things that I was already going through. I never got to get through those or fix those or talk about those. So I'm an onion. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like an onion, and there's so many layers to an onion. And that's exactly how I am. I have so many layers to me that it takes a toll on me, to where I have these breakdowns and I'm so negative about things. Like I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. Like I said, my grandma said, you need counseling, and I know the perfect person for you to get counseling. She has a special needs child. She's a pastor. And sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I do need to talk to somebody. I do want to talk to somebody who understands me. But then I would always feel like, well, that person, how can that person understand what I'm going through if, yes, her child has special needs. So she, yes, her child can't walk, but my child can't walk, but her child can talk. So then therefore I feel like we don't have nothing to talk about because she don't understand me, and I get through these phases where it's like, I just feel like no one, like I just have the worst situation, and no one feels what I feel all the time. Not only is my baby going through this, and I'm a single parent, but her daddy's in jail, and I got, here's some more bad news. I have the other little baby. I have my Nellie Ray. She's just turned 1 October 14th. Her dad just got incarcerated. So it's just a lot of stuff that I feel like people can't relate to, and I just really had to take a pause and step back and be like, whoa, okay, yes, life is hard for everybody. Some people are weaker than others, and I feel like at the time I was one of those weak ones. I was at a place where it's just, I had a wall built up, and I still do have a wall built up. I have ways to go, but I can't be negative about a negative situation, because it's not gonna fix anything. So I had to really take a step back, work on myself, because I don't want y'all to see, or I want y'all to see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, because I want y'all to go on this journey with me and see, like, damn, she was at here and she can come out of it. Like, I just want y'all to know, like, I'm here, I feel it, it's real, like the struggle is real. But at the same time, like, you can always be positive and always turn the outcome. You can always change the outcome of a bad situation. I don't know what I got planned, but I just know I'm not gonna make the situation worse by dwelling on it. And especially for my kids, I feel like for your kids, you really have to stay positive. You have to be that superhero to them. You have to be that role model to them. Growing up, I didn't really have a role model. Growing up, when I was like little, I had my mom and my daddy, but things hit the fan once we were old enough to understand, and we seen stuff for what it was. It was hard. It was very hard. So me as a mom, I don't want to repeat that cycle. I want to be a better mother for my kids, whether their father's here or not, because at the end of the day, I can cry about it, or I can be the mother and the daddy that they've never had. Like, it's all up to me as a parent. I just feel like you shouldn't dwell because the dad don't want to be a part of it. So what? Like, You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody love your kids, you love your kids, and that's all that matters. You know, like, what, they're not gonna be hurting over somebody that they don't know, and if they do, they're gonna love you even more for loving them more, you know, than that person that couldn't, or than that person that missed out on their life, you know. And don't be like, sometimes I'm like, damn, like, you know, the situation's so messed up where it's like, I don't even know. See, and I don't even let my mind get to where it tries to go, because I was just fixing to say something and I'm not. You have to really fight those demons inside of you, because it's going to be negative stuff that comes to your mind all the time. And you just got to know, like, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. If there's one thing I don't know, that's something I do know. Did that make sense? I don't know, but I get what I'm trying to say. If it's one thing I do know, that's what I do know. I don't know how that saying goes, but that's what I'm trying to get to. And I'll be on this straight path, and then something just comes in my mind, and then there goes that negativity. And as a mother that goes through what I go through, I am a prisoner of my own mind. So I have to keep myself busy, productive, you know, like, to not let my mind wander to those places. And then I have to really be strong to tell myself, even if I am at home chilling, don't let my mind change the way I'm, you know, change my mood and factors, because sometimes you can be your own enemy. Like, literally, you can be your own enemy. And it's just up to you to really just work on yourself. I cut off everyone. I don't have not one friend. There is one person who is around me damn near every day, and that's my cousin Amber. And shout out to her, because she helps me with my kids so much. If I call her right now and I'm like, hey, I gotta go to the store, can you sit in the car with the girls? Can I pick you up? Can you come over? Can we do a video? She is on it. She's going to come over, you know, like, that's my friend, you know, and that's my blood. Like, that's my uncle's. I don't have friends, you know. I have one friend. One. Where they at? I don't know. We ain't even gonna get on that. But you have to literally focus on yourself. If you distracted and your mind's going here, for one, I don't want to sound like a crazy lady, but that spirit stuff is real. If you around people with that energy, the vibe, spirits, whatever you want to call it, it is real. Whatever you are around is going to attach itself to you. Example, there was a point in time where I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking, but you can guarantee I had everybody up in my house drinking and smoking. I'd be on the couch watching TV, and they be in here turning up. And there would be times where, yes, I was turning up too. But it's still like, even if you don't do it, but you allow it, it's still that vibe, that spirit, that energy is lingering around. And you got to pray to get that shit out your house and up off of you. Like, and you can't, if you're trying to work a certain path and trying to do certain things with yourself, there's certain people that cannot come with you for your next level, for your next, you know, journey. There's people that will hold you back, and they're probably gonna be the closest people to you. But it's okay. Like, let that shit go, and I promise you, it's gonna hurt for like a day. But tomorrow, when you feel like, okay, like, I feel positive, like, I don't got no bad energy around me, you know, like, this could work, you know. And that's what I had to do. I had to stop letting people come over. I had to stop just hanging around certain people. I'm literally by myself. Like, every night I'm by myself. Before, I had someone at my house every day. I didn't want to be at home by myself. I had somebody in my house every day. And if you don't think that shit is real, if you've ever had a house, and you know, when you have a brand new house, it's just a good feeling, and you get to move in, and it's just a good feeling. If you ever notice that once you start inviting people over and it just feels like your house ain't a home no more, that is them spirits that people bring in. Everybody has junk on them, you know what I'm saying? And when that comes inside your house, you have to, you know what I'm saying, be strong enough to fight that shit, because that shit is real. Soul ties, that shit is real, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like a lot of stuff going on, to where like the energy was just off with me. Like, I couldn't talk to nobody. I put up this wall against my family, against people that, like, you know what I'm saying, I talk to on a daily basis. I didn't want to be around none of that. And it worked out for me at the end of the day, but I was literally like covering shit, you know, like getting drunk all the time. I ain't drank in like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I ain't drank. I drank one time the other day and I got shit toasted, and I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm good for a whole minute. But I have not, you know, like, I was drinking all the time. And it just feels so good to, like, know that energy is up off of me. Like, ooh, I don't even know how to explain it. You just gotta go through it for you to get what I'm saying. But not to get off track, but it was just things that can get in your way of your parenting, of your elevation, of your next blessing. And you literally have to be a strong-minded person to really know how to deal with that. Like I said, vibes, soul ties, you know what I'm saying, spirits is real. And I can't convince you that it's real until you experience for yourself. If you understand what I'm saying, good, we on the same page. Your third eye is open, is what, ain't that what they say? Your third eye is open. So yeah, but to align that with everything that I was talking about, that threw off my parenting. I was stressing more than what I had to stress for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was making things worse on myself than they had to be. Yes, destiny. Like, I had to literally tell myself, your daughter has epilepsy. You've been knowing this for 6 years. Okay? There is going to be some things that she cannot do. You've been knowing this for 6 years. Her dad is gone, 35 years aggravated. You've been knowing this for 6 years. It's been 6 years. He got locked up July 2014. I had her August 2014, literally within a month. I've been knowing these things for years. So why am I gonna dwell on it and make it harder for me? Because I'm being so negative. Her daddy locked up and it's just so hard. And it is. It's very hard. But damn, like, I was really stuck on stupid. Like, it was to the point where, like, you doing the same thing that you did last year, crying about your situation, like, you know, like, and it's like, how do I put it? Like, I just want to be so real with y'all. It's like I said, it's real. It's hard. It's good to cry. It's human to feel the feelings that we feel. But man, you gotta get up out of that shit. The world don't stop for nobody. It was a post that said, what did it say? I got a sad story too, but life goes on, nobody cares. And that's true. It's some people that do care. And that's cool, you know. I love the people who care. But at the same time, me being like that, me being so negative in my head like that is gonna have me stuck. Which means my kids are gonna be stuck because I'm not allowing myself to elevate, and they are my kids, so whatever I do, you know what I'm saying, they coming with me, or they're acting like me, or their energy is feeding off of my energy. So I had to really step back and be like, hold up, you need to occupy yourself, be positive, you know, like, really pray that shit off of you. Because it was just like, Mia can't do this, Mia can't do that, you know, like, and it's like, dang, like, you supposed to speak life. I wasn't speaking life. I was speaking basically death upon my child. You know, like she would never do it. Like I ain't never heard the doctor say she couldn't do something and she turned around and did it. So yeah, like, looking back at those videos, I was like, dang, like, it's messed up that I do gotta go through those phases. It's sad that I do go through these phases, but I'm just glad that, like, I can actually say that I have matured enough to know when I gotta switch things up, you know, to know when, all right, you need to elevate your mind because you're still stuck on this. Like, I'm so blessed that the Lord has changed me, because let me tell you, had I been the same 17, 18-year-old Destiny, I would be stuck in a bad situation, in a dark situation, and no. because it wouldn't have been good for my kids nor me either. And I want to thank God first and foremost, because without him I would not even be on this earth. Because there was a point in time when I was living in Baylor, and it was like a dark time for me because I was so young and like naive, and I was just young, like for real, like not even grown but thinking I'm grown, you know. Then I got this baby that, you know, like I could have helped her so much if I knew then what I knew now. Damn, I sound like a grown ass. I'm proud of myself. If I knew then what I knew now, it would be, to me, you know, a lot of people are like, no, don't think, but to me, in my heart, I know if I knew then what I knew now, she would probably be so much further in life. I didn't have nobody telling me, you know, nothing though. I didn't have nobody there for me back then. Nobody was telling me what I was doing was wrong. Nobody told me, you know, like, you need to be getting her therapy. She did have therapy, but like, I could have been going hardcore. I didn't have nobody to support me in that type of way. I shut everybody out, and the people that I did have around me were just negative. Like, I was just there, you know, like stuck in a dark place. I was contemplating suicide at a point in time, you know what I'm saying? And no one around me seen the shit. Why I faked the shit like I was just this strong ass person, and people look at me and they're like, oh, you so strong, you so strong. That's cool, but like, y'all don't understand. I don't got a choice. Like y'all act like I can just switch this shit on and off. Like, I have to. This is my lifestyle. I have to be strong. For my baby girls, I have to be strong. And I'm so glad that I'm not that weak person that I used to be. Because back then, I was weak. I wasn't strong. I was very weak. I was very vulnerable. I was very naive and stupid. I was. But I'm just glad that I just outcame that. So looking at the videos that I have made prior, you know, I am who I am. I'm wild. I cuss a little bit. I'm the life of the party. I ain't say it, other people say it, I'm just saying it, you know what I'm saying? But I am. And my personality is not gonna change for no one. Some people don't like it. But that's okay, because I know it's girls like me who are parents to special needs kids, and that's who I want to touch. The people who aren't perfect, the people who don't look at themselves like they're perfect or have to be perfect, because we're not perfect. We don't have superpowers to fix the things in our kids that we wish we could. I have to be the person I am, the funny, the loud, the probably ghetto to some people, because if I don't, I would be so sad and depressed. Like, I have to literally keep myself going. I have to laugh to keep from crying, basically. You know what I'm saying? So when you watch my videos and you see like this wild, crazy girl who talks just like off the wall, like, you know, it's me. That girl has always been me. It's more, you know, loud and out there than, you know, it used to be, but that's because, like I said, I've gone through things, and if I don't, you know what I'm saying, make myself happy, if I don't make myself happy, then I'm just gonna be that same person that I'm talking about. That girl that I don't like to go back to memories and look at, that ugly me to myself. Like, I just hate looking back at memories. Like, I'm so glad though. Like, I don't regret it, because I'm so glad that I'm just up and out of that. But I'm not gonna change who I am. Yes, I'm gonna mature along the way. I'm still young, you know, like, I still got a long way to go. I'm not gonna be like this forever, you know what I'm saying? But while I can, or while I am, I do intend to touch those people who are like me. I do intend to let people know, like, your baby daddy's incarcerated and mine is too. You got a special needs kid? I do too. You got 3-4 kids? Some of my best friends, sorry, don't got friends. Some of my family members got 6. My sister has 3 girls back to back. 8, 7, and 6. So, all born in February. All 1 year after each other. 2012, 13, and 14. I know exactly what it's like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not perfect. we had kids at a young age. Our grandmas was popping that thing back in the day at 15, 12, you know what I'm saying? They got like 16 kids. Like, there's no such thing as perfect. That's all I'm trying to say. But for those people who just go through things and they kind of dwell on it and they're depressed or in a dark place, I just want to let you know, let that be temporary. Don't take it out, you know, don't do the easy way and just take yourself out. There could have been plenty of times where I could have did it. But one, I'm scared to go to hell. Like, I'm terrified. I don't want to know what that's like at all. Like, I'm good on that. So I don't think I would even have the balls. But there is times where it's just like, you know, or there was times where it's just like, I would get in the car, of course by myself. Of course, I didn't think anything about my baby. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But there would be times where I'd be in the car driving by myself and I'd just be like, damn, like, I hope a car hits me, or just dumb stuff like that. Don't ever take the easy way out, because I promise there's people who care about you, especially if you have kids. Like, don't be selfish like that. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? If you do that, then, you know, it's people out here like me. Write me, tell me, because I know, like, I've been there. I've had those thoughts. I've overcome those thoughts, because that used to be me. And there's times where, like, I'll be like, dang, like, would it be easier? But no, like, I'm gonna off myself and be asleep while my kids is just like what my baby gonna grow up and be like, man, my mama ain't even love me enough to, you know what I'm saying, think about me and how I felt, you know? So it's just things you gotta kind of consider when you just going through a dark phase. I know your mind gets to blocking everything out and you ain't really thinking right, and you don't even care to think right. But still, it's people out there that I've talked to. I know it's hotlines. I'll link the description somewhere. I know there's plenty of hotlines you can call, whether you need prayer, whether you just want to talk to somebody. Hell, I'm not a counselor, and I might not give you the best advice, but I'm gonna give you some real advice. You know, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, it's not what you want to do. Like, yeah, have you really thought, like, when you, are you ready to do, you know, like, I might not be the right person, but, like, I'm here to talk, you know. I'm here to, you know, if you feel it down, I can definitely make you laugh. Like, you want to go out to eat, we can go out to eat. You ain't got no money, you broke, look, I'm broke too, but, like, I could spare $20, you know, type shit. But I just don't want to be negative no more. I don't want negative energy around me. And I just wanted to explain to y'all where and why I haven't been recording. Of course, I've been uploading. I think I've uploaded 2 videos already. This will be the 3rd. So I am, you know what I'm saying? I have been good lately, and I'm looking forward to keeping this energy up. But I hope y'all watch this whole video, you know, and I do want a special shout out to Celeste, because her and her mother had donated me this thing that I can put Mia in the bathtub. It just helps a lot, because before I'm still bending over, so it is still hard, but, like, before I was literally in the tub, like, bending and scrubbing her, and they were so, like, nice. And I want to thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, I've been MIA. I haven't even sent pictures of her to y'all, but I just want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, because that thing really does help me, like, a lot. I say y'all are strong. Y'all, I admire y'all. I really do, from the bottom of my heart, because I couldn't relate to her mama so much, and her mama is so strong. Like, if you're watching this, I love you, like, for real, because I feel like we share something that not a lot of people understand. Celeste, I love you too, because that's something that not a lot of people in this world get to experience. And I feel like mother to mother, caretaker to caretaker, like, that shit means a lot to me. And I really feel y'all, you know, like I know y'all feel me. But another thing that I wanted to get to, people really don't think about it like this, but for people who are in my situations, for women who are in my situations, I actually, there's a girl in Waco. I don't know her name. Someone brought her up to me. They said that she has a special needs child who don't walk or talk. I think they're epileptic too. Her child's father is also incarcerated for a long time. So it was just like a really similar situation. I've never met nobody who had the exact same, you know, situation as me, as far as having someone incarcerated, not having anybody there, having, you know, not only can they not walk, but they can't talk, and then the seizures every day. I've never came across somebody like that. I've always known, like, there has to be, I know I'm not the only one, you know, but I've always seen channels and couples and, you know, people that have other people living with them, have a boyfriend, have a spouse to help them. I never had that. So I was explaining that the girl basically is the same way. If y'all know her, please tag her, let her watch this video, because I do want to tell you, stay strong, hold on. Shit gets hard, shit hit the fan, you know, but we still gotta be here, pick up our heads every day. You know what I'm saying? Even if we fake a smile in front of our kids and cry later, if that's what you gotta do, do that. If you need somebody to talk to, please talk to me, because I ain't never ran into somebody that can understand exactly what I go through. So if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'm here. Because I would really love to know what goes through your mind, to really see, like, do I be tripping sometimes, or you feel the same way? But yeah, that's really what I wanted to get to. And what people really don't understand is, you know, having a special needs child, it don't just affect your parenting. It don't just affect your, like, it affects a lot of scenarios. Us as women being single with a special need, we got to think about the men that we bring around us. Are they really here for us? Do they really care? Are they gonna help us with our kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? When we bring somebody around, you really got to think, like, do they care enough about my child who is special needs? Are they gonna be here and help me for my child? Like, it affects a lot of aspects. It affects your dating life. It affects your friends. It affects a lot of things. You can't talk to certain people because, like I said, they probably try to understand, but no one really can understand until they're in your shoes. Or like I just said, there's someone similar who has kind of the same situation, which I have never came across nobody like that. So I really love to get to know somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is a single parent to a special needs child. Especially, like, you know, whether their dad is gone or incarcerated. I've never met nobody. So there is times where I like feel like lonely in this world, where nobody really understands. They only look at it, you know, from Mia's point of view. And like when I made that video, the first video, and I'm not gonna delete it. Go back and watch it. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm gonna leave it up there because that's a part of my journey. That's how I feel sometimes. That's raw emotion, just like this is raw. I'm not here to fake anything, because shit, I wish I could fake this, honestly. I wish this shit was fake. I wish this shit was for camera, but unfortunately when I turn off the camera, it's still the same thing, you know? You know what I'm saying? Keep my head on right. Keep pushing. Keep doing what I have to do as a mother to my kids. And I feel like everything will be okay. Everything is going to be okay as long as I have that mind frame. You know what I'm saying? You just really gotta look at it. I need to stop saying that. Ugh. I am kind of ghetto, right? Why the ghetto life chose me? I blame my mama. But yeah, if y'all could, if you're watching this and you pray, if y'all could say a little prayer for my baby, because things haven't been looking up, but I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna be negative and speak any negativity. I want to speak life into her, you know, pray that things get better instead of being like, she can't do this. Like, one day she is going to be able to. And if she don't, then we still gonna be okay. We're gonna rock this thing out as much as we can, you know. But thank y'all for watching. If you made it all the way to the very end to this video, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting me. I read every comment. I want to thank those people who randomly write me, like, yo, somebody, they always do it, but somebody, you know you are, you wrote me on Instagram. He made my day, because it was literally a day that I was just kind of feeling down. You know, sometimes I feel like, in a way, I neglect Mia because she can't, you know, I have this 1-year-old. I've never experienced anything else. You know, like, I'm used to Mia. I've had her for 6 years, so I never got to experience, I never got to experience, I don't even know what other word to use. I never got to experience a normal, you know, mothering child situation. I've never had to experience that. I've never got to experience that. So having Nelly, there's so much that I did not know that Mia, you know, the differences. Nelly can crawl to me. She can eat anything, literally. She just does things that are like, that just, they come natural, you know. And I feel sometimes as if I'm not the best, or like I neglect her because she's either on the couch, I'm in the room, you know, the other room, Nelly follows me, and you know, she's just in here by herself, whether she's watching TV, chilling, and it just kind of brings on this feeling like, dang, like, you know, like I wish I could carry her all day, but I can't because she's huge, you know. I wish, you know, she could do a lot of things, but like I said, I'm not gonna get to that negative part. We still have a lot of ways to go. That's another thing, I can't be negative. I cannot afford to be negative because this is only the beginning. I think, and y'all think, that what I'm going through is hard. Baby, my baby is 6 years old. She hasn't even hit puberty yet. And that's another thing I don't even want my mind to go to, because I'm scared to go through that. You know, like, she's only 6. We have 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, you know. My parenting I can't just be like, oh, she turns 18, she gets to get up at my house. Not in my situation. So it's just, I can't afford to be negative when I have so much. This is, like I said, it's the beginning. I got so many more years to be her superhero. I don't got superhero powers, but you know, I'm gonna make it the best that we can, and we gonna do what it do. We gonna do what it do. Hopefully, I just want to say this: I'm single, you know. Hopefully, I find a husband who actually cares and, you know, is real enough to teach me things and love my kids for, you know, who they are, and actually steps up and helps me. I'm chilling on the dating. Until I really see someone who's like, not only messes with me for who I am, but my kids as well, who cares about them. Because I noticed that in the past I was kind of just doing things just to do them, when no one really even sat there to be like, hey, like, well, some people, I'm lying, I'll take that back, some did. Some would be like, man, you know what I'm saying, I salute you, you really would do. They would say that, but like, damn, like, you see me picking her up, like, can you pick her up for me? You know what I'm saying? Can you take her to the car? But yeah, hopefully, you know, one day I do run across somebody who can come into my life and change, you know, a lot of things and take off some of the stress from me, because I feel like it will be easier with somebody else. It really would. It would be easier to have someone in my household, whether it be a nurse or a man. I don't even care at this point. No, I do. I want a husband. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I want a husband. I want to be loved. Anyways, but yeah, I don't think I'm crazy, but yeah, I do look forward to possibly meeting somebody one day that sees my situation and sees my purity, and, you know, purity in Mia and Nelly, and just really wants to be here because they want to be here and they want to help, you know. Not saying that I would want somebody for the help, but I mean, in my situation, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you can carry her for me, that would be great, because baby, this back of mine, it hurts. If you can give me a massage at the end of the night, please do. But nah, I do want to thank everybody who really supports me. And look, I done got sidetracked. And I do want to thank those who do, you know, write me randomly and lets me know, like, I'm doing okay, and, you know, to keep pushing and things like that, because I need to hear that, like, for real. The random ones, those are the ones that hit me, because it's like God sent y'all at the right time. Because sometimes, like I said, I be thinking just like, ugh, sometimes just like, ugh. You know, like I said, sometimes I have my days, you know, and it's those days where I'm just like thankful for people like y'all who really do take your time. I don't know what tells y'all to. I don't know what tugs at your heart to write me, but I really, really appreciate. I don't even know what to write back sometimes, because I be speechless. Like, I'm so appreciative for the people that, y'all know who I'm talking about if you're watching this, for the people like y'all, because man, like, I be needing to hear that. And even the people who are like, you got so much potential, Destiny, like, you're sleeping on yourself and you're not supposed to be here, and, you know, you got this, like, as a mom, as anything you want to be. I'm just like, For real, like that keeps my spirits high. That's what makes me want to be a better person and better myself, you know, like how I'm saying now, I'm talking so highly about, because like I have really been working on myself, then seeing the messages, I just feel like I owe it to my kids and I owe it to the people who really believe in me, because this ain't it. I promise y'all. Like what they say, Waco stands for we ain't coming out. I'm coming out here. Like I'm not gonna be here with my kids that much longer. Like it's gonna take some time, but I promise y'all, like we gonna get it right. Anyways, thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. If you made it this far, I do want to thank you. Thank you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Again, I do read everything. You can write me on Instagram. You can write me on Facebook. Although I do delete my Facebook a lot. So if there's times where you have messaged me on Messenger and I haven't got back to you, just know 9 times out of 10 it's probably deactivated. So I am always on my Instagram and my Snapchat. That scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. I am always on my Instagram and my, that shit made my palms sweaty as hell. That was Mia, by the way. Look, I got so scared I didn't forgot what I was gonna say. Ooh. Oh yeah. So if I'm not on that messenger, I do prefer y'all to write me either on Instagram or Snapchat, or comment down below, because I do read those. And again, I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. And until further ado, I will see y'all in my next video.